Guys, we are back with KAGURABACHI, and the stakes have never been higher. Hokuzono is laying the groundwork, and guys, something big is about to happen. Something big is coming, okay? We all know the Mikaboshi, they've been on a war path, okay? And with this chapter, we see that the Mikaboshi, they're about to have all their demands realized, okay? Last chapter, we got the devastating realization that the Mikaboshi, they want Chiaki. And guys, this chapter, Chiaki gives herself up, okay? She's ready to go. Rokuhira, he's not having it. Shiba, he's still recovering. Nowhere to be seen. Guys, we are about to hit the eye of the storm, okay? The swords are about to get here. Chiaki's about to be sent over. The clash is gonna be insane. And the build-up so far has just been incredible. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Today, we are talking KAGURABACHI Chapter 123. Alright guys, let's jump right into it. This chapter is so lore heavy, so dialogue heavy. We gotta pay super close attention to this one. Don't want to miss anything. Let's get right into it. So picking up with the last chapter ended, we saw Rokuhira and he was devising the Enchanted Blades plan, right? Now, where this chapter starts, we're seeing the Sorcery Bureau and we're seeing all the big wigs, all the big heads. They're getting together to discuss the validity of Rokuhira's plan, right? And basically, the consensus is that they do need the Detenseki to forge an enchanted blade, right? The question is, can Rokuhira do it? Because if you guys remember, when we were first introduced to the Detenseki, we were exposed to the fact that if you heat it up in large amounts, it's going to cause a super big chain reaction, explode, kill a bunch of people, right? So this is the main problem that the Sorcery Bureau is having, because to forge the Detenseki into a sword, you need to refine it first into the steel. But the Detenseki is so heat reactive that it's damn near impossible to do it without causing a reaction, right? And this leads us to our second problem, because now they're like, this swordsmith, Rokuhira, he's saying that he can do it alone. But the problem is, he's not really explaining how he can do it, right? He's just saying he can do it and giving them some vague explanation, right? So the Sorcery Bureau, they're confused because they're like, what do you mean he can do it? Nobody's been able to do it, right? This is a guy who's been completely unauthorized by the Sorcery Bureau, you know? Like, how does he even know about this? You know, the other guy is like, this guy doesn't even have any accolades under his belt, okay? He's a no-name swordsmith. Who is this guy, right? Like, how can we let just this no-name conduct the greatest experiment of our nation? You know, like, how are we just gonna hand it off to some no-name? And this is the problem that they're having. But they're on a time crunch, right? We don't have a lot of time to sit here and wait and talk about solutions when the Mikaboshi are about to invade, right? And this is when we see Hasumi, and he's basically just trying to convince everybody to take the shot, to risk it all on Rokuhira, right? But the Sorcery Bureau, they're not taking it. And this is when we get a revelation of some weapon that apparently can wipe out the Mikaboshi clan. The weapon is called Flame Bone, okay? And it's a mystical weapon that was made to counter the Mikaboshi, and it belongs to the Kagura clan, right? But very few have ever wielded the Flame Bone, right? And this is what I was saying. So we find out that the Kagura clan, they're having a child, and this child will be able to wield the Flame Bone, but it's gonna take like a year, right? And they're discussing, the Sorcery Bureau, they're saying 3 months after the birth, we can run all these tests, we can figure out how to wield the flame bone. But the guy, again, no time. If we wait a year, we don't have a chance of victory. They're gonna invade before then, right? Like, they're gonna invade way before then. So in the meantime, we still have to do something to find time. And this is when we close out with the Sorcery Bureau. And we actually switch over to Chiaki. And Chiaki is very, very important in this chapter, guys. It is crazy, right? So, picking up with Chiaki, we basically just get her backstory, right? How, as a little girl, she was just part of the offshoot family, right? And how she got the Princess Soga prophecy power passed on to her, and it was a surprise for everybody. But if you guys remember, Chiaki, she's not actually part of the main Soga clan, right? She's a part of the offshoot family. So this is like a Neji and Hinata type of situation, you know, like you're part of the second clan or the offshoot clan, right? So when she got the prophecy power of Princess Soga, it was a big surprise to everybody, right? Because that usually doesn't happen, right? And also, they're kind of upset about that because it's the secondary family. Like, why do they have that power? That's also going to play a role into the chapter later on, right? But we're getting Chiaki's backstory, you know. Obviously, she misses Rokuhira, right? Like, this chapter super hammers in, like, these guys had like a really tight relationship, you know, like they used to be playing Rokuhira, Shiba, Chiaki, and the other guy, right? They're all playing together as kids. Like, they had a bond, they had a connection, right? She wasn't under so many constraints, right? Like, she was free, right? She didn't have the responsibility of the Soga Clan princess and all of that, blah, blah, blah. She could just have fun with Rokuhira, you know what I mean? And it just really gets hammered in that, you know, they're a thing, you know? They be fucking with each other. They like each other, you know? And even though her status has been upgraded ever since she took the position of the Soga Clan princess, we still see that she's sending correspondence back and forth with Rokuhira. And this isn't anything that's new, but we really see that it was a long time. Like, these guys never lost touch, right? And it's sad to see, but eventually she does get caught, right? One of her attendants snitches on her, and she has to hear the whole spiel from her mom about being an offshoot of the main family, and she can't do that, and blah, 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 blah. And it's really just upsetting, you know? Like, it really just goes to show you duty is the death of love. You know what I mean? Like, duty is truly the death of love. And we're really seeing this with Chiaki, man. Like, she's got to put all her feelings aside, all her personal wants aside, to be the Soga Clan princess, right? Like, the whole clan is resting on her shoulders, right? Like, she is the center of the Soga Clan, right? She's holding so many different things together. The Sorcery Bureau's alliance with the Soga Clan, the Soga Clan standing, the Soga Clan status, the Soga Clan's power in general. Like, it all, like, goes back to Chiaki, right? And we're seeing that because of the pressure, she can't live a normal life with Rokuhira, right? You see her mom just yelling at her. The Soga princess can't behave like an individual. Like, all of your individuality gone. Like, what you want, gone. It's for the clan, what's best for the clan, right? And we see that Chiaki, she actually had a vision, right? That if she didn't take her role seriously, there would be some crazy consequences. And even though she's having those visions, right, and it sucks to not be able to talk to Rokuhira, she comes to the realization that she needs to fulfill that role if she wants to protect Rokuhira, right? Which is so sweet, you know? At the end of the day, no matter what, like, it's always Rokuhira on her mind, you know? She's always just thinking about Rokuhira, and Rokuhira is thinking about her, you know, because he's going into the Enchanted Blades plan with Chiaki in the back of his mind, because obviously He doesn't want Chiaki to get sold to the Mikoboshi king and then be used as a breeding machine. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, that's crazy work. So they're both just thinking of each other, trying to protect each other in the ways that they know how, right? Chiaki can only protect Rokuhira by being the Soga Clan princess and fulfilling her duty, and Rokuhira can protect Chiaki by making the enchanted blades. Damn near the only thing he can do. You know, the guy's fucking useless beyond making swords, right? Like, he literally can't do fuck all. So we see that Chiaki, right, she had a vision, and in the glimpse of the vision we get, it's everything that happened in the Hiroshima talks, okay? Looking at the panels, there's nothing new in there, okay? No new deaths, nothing new coming, but she saw it, right? Like, she was very aware what was going to happen, right? And this is where we see the aftermath of the Hiroshima talks, and she's freaking out, right? Like, she knew it was going to happen, and she's taking it hard, right? She's like, I should have warned them better. They could have prepared better, you know? And she's like, she's contemplating the enemy's demands that they surrender her to them, right? And she's like, if it means that I can protect everybody, like, I don't mind, right? Like, the Soga Clan princess is not that important. Like, I will go. And that's on March 20th. And then we see on March 24th, the enchanted blade plan proposed by Hasumi is rejected. Like, what? What? These guys are fucking chopped. They rejected the plan. The Sorcery Bureau conditionally accepts the Mikoboshi's demands. They agree to surrender Princess Chiaki Soga.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Bro, so, on top of meeting all the Mikoboshi's demands, including Princess Soga, they reject Rokuhira's enchanted blade plan. How? So, this is another curveball in the story that we're being thrown. So, what's looking like it's gonna happen is Rokuhira's maybe gonna get his hands on some Detenseki or something. Maybe Shiba's gonna swipe some for him, and they're gonna have to go ahead and forge an enchanted blade behind the Sorcery Bureau's back to prove that Rokuhira can do it, right? Rokuhira's gonna forge it, then he's gonna pop it out, and they're gonna be like, holy fuck, oh my god, he can do it. Get this guy a fucking lab now, okay? That they even rejected it when they have no options at this point is fucking insane. Like, the Sorcery Bureau is full of idiots, bruv.
You fucking donut.
I feel like I'm watching, like, my own government. It's so crazy. You're out of options. You're out of time, okay? Rokuhira is literally endorsed by Subaru Yurita, okay? You guys literally went to Subaru asking if he could do it, all right? Rokuhira saying he can do it. If Subaru endorses him, let the guy try. What's wrong with these people? They're just asking for death at this point. And this is when we pick back up with Masumi and the other Sorcery Bureau fella, and they're basically discussing the terms of the agreement they came to. And it's a 1-year truce, okay? And the guy says, like, that's extremely convenient. Again, even if it's only a 1-year truce, bro, it only takes a year to make a kid. Like, you know what I'm saying? And if the Mikoboshi king makes a child with Chiaki, and that child has the abilities of the Princess Soga Clan, bruv, they're fucked. They're fucked. And that's actually what these guys are talking about. And it's revealed that 6 months ago, a baby girl was born to the Soga Clan's direct lineage, okay? So even if Princess Chiaki has a baby, the power of prophecy will pass to the child descendant from the core bloodline, right? That's what their hope is anyway, right? So they're hoping that in either way, the Soga Clan is going to retain the power of prophecy. But this is when Masumi brings up the question that's pretty obvious. you're saying that it's gonna go to the direct lineage, that girl, but Chiaki's from the offshoot family and she got it. So is there really any guarantee that it's gonna really pass to the girl from the main branch, right? And he says in the Soga Clan, primary bloodline reigns supreme. So if that is true, if the blood is what is the factor for it, then by that logic, it should go to the princess that was born in the direct clan. But we still don't have like a 1000% confirmation, you know, like it's not like 100% confirmed. But guy says even the Soga clan, if they could get the prophecy princess back to the main family, they would actually prefer that too. So this is actually a benefit for them as well. So they're like, no problem, give Chiaki up, who fucking cares, right? And that's why she's agreed to it. And this is where we end the chapter, right? Hasumi says the Hiroshima incident was extremely upsetting for her and they're taking advantage of her vulnerability, you know? And the guy's like, listen, Flamebone, we have to wait a year, okay? If they invade us now, everything is lost. We have no other choice, right? And we see at the end of the chapter, Rokuhira has a letter from Chiaki. And we just said, want to see you again. Bro, Rokuhira is about to lock the fuck in, bro. Fuck that rejection. That they rejected his proposal, fuck that shit, bro. Just go. Yo, the Eye of the Storm, guys. I gotta say, Hokuzono, such a masterclass in setup and execution. You know, he just keeps throwing curveballs. I'm going into this chapter thinking, okay, after the Hiroshima talks, after they seen the massacre, we're definitely getting the blades. Nope, fuck that, rejected. All right, Rokuhira's gonna have to do it himself then. Rokuhira's gonna have to just go off on his own, do his own thing, and show them why he's the sickest swordsmith of his generation, bruv. Oh my god, yo. Literally just straight setup and lore, but it just doesn't miss. KAGURABACHI doesn't miss. Every Sunday is hitting the good spot, that right spot. Pause. Bruv, lock it in. KAGURABACHI, man. Drop a W in the comments for Rokuhira. Let me know where you guys think the story is going. I be reading all your comments. One of you guys actually dropped a great theory to me in my comments on my last KAGURABACHI video, and you guys said that Magatsumi is actually the last blade to come. Okay, unfortunate for me, I'm thinking Magatsumi's gonna be the first one to come out, but Magatsumi's the last one. Okay, that's what's gonna change the tide of the war. I gotcha. I see ya. Y'all, drop your comments down below. Let's theorize. Let's get some shit going. I'm gonna read them all, respond to them all. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for making it this far. If you made it this far, just hit that subscribe button for me. Love y'all, and I will be back with another one.